Welcome back. In this video we explain some important information about the CMA certificate. Follow the channel to receive all new updates. In the next episode, we will continue presenting Section D questions. Please do not forget to like the video so that it reaches as many interested people as possible and subscribe to the channel. Which CMA part should you take first? Interestingly, you do not have to take the CMA exam parts 1 and 2 in order. It's completely up to you. For example, you can choose to take part 2 first if you want. So, how do you decide? The first step is to know what content each part contains. If one part seems significantly easier for you, then you can choose to tackle that one first. There really isn't a right or wrong way since, in the end, you need to complete and pass both parts to get your certification. The IMA breaks it down like this. Part 1, Financial Planning, Performance, and Analytics. 15% External Financial Reporting Decisions. 20% Planning, Budgeting, and Forecasting. 20% Performance Management. 15% Cost Management. 15% Internal Controls. 15% Technology and Analytics. Many candidates find Part 1 to be more difficult since it covers more topics and a wider array of subject matter. If you want to learn more. In general, Part 2 has fewer subjects and units, so many people do consider it easier. Personally, I was more frustrated with Part 2. It seems easier when you look at it, but the questions were not as straightforward as Part 1. Part 2, Strategic Financial Management. 20% Financial Statement Analysis. 20% Corporate Finance. 25% Decision Analysis. 10% Risk Management. 10% Investment Decisions. 15% Professional Ethics. You will have an average of 12 to 18 months to complete each part, with 3 years to complete both. Many people sit for the exams in order, taking Part 1 first since it seems the most logical. However, some people think Part 2 will be easier for them, so they register to take it first and get it out of the way. The choice is yours. If you want to review the material a bit more and then make a decision, that is one option. Understanding your CMA clock. Furthermore, you also need to understand your CMA clock. You have to complete all steps of the certification process within a certain timeline. Please note that the countdown on your CMA exam clock starts the day you pay the CMA entrance fee. On this date, you're officially in and your work to become a CMA begins. Specifically, you must register for the exam within 12 months of entering the CMA program and pass both parts of the CMA exam within 3 years. Therefore, it is important to be mindful of your window and not allow these dates to pass you by. If you run down your CMA exam clock, you must start all over again by repaying the entrance fee. CMA exam results release date. Your CMA exam result date is based on a formula depending on your test window. They say the waiting is truly the hardest part. And while this may be true, you can do some value-added things while you wait. So, what are exam release dates? It's easy to figure out with this formula. Results come 6 weeks from the last day of the month you took the test, plus or minus a day. Example. If you take the exam on January 30th, you will know the date sometime in the middle of March. If you take the exam a few weeks earlier on January 2nd, your CMA exam result is released the same day as the above. Why? Well, you'll wait 6 weeks after the end of the month you tested. So in this example, if you choose any CMA January 2023 exam date, you won't get your results until March. The results will be updated online in your IMA profile almost immediately from this date. Furthermore, Prometric will email you a performance report about 14 days after your exam. CMA exam costs IMA fees.